A splendid good evening to our Bundesliga fans around the world. Welcome to the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund for the clash of the Titans. It is Borussia Dortmund, the defending champions and the league leaders, against Bayern Munich in second place, Germany's record champions. We're right at the end of a long, hard season. This is match day 31. There are 34 in all. This game tonight could well decide where the title trophy goes. Will Dortmund retain it? The title they won last season, or can Bayern Munich pip them at the post? Let's look first at the two teams. Jurgen Klopp, the coach, has everyone to choose from, and he has selected the following lineup. Weidenfeller in goal. Piszczek, Subotic, Hummels and Schmelzer, the standard back four. Gundogan and Kale in a holding role. Błaszczykowski, Kagawa and Grosskreutz in an attacking role. The lone striker, Robert Lewandowski. Bayern Munich, their coach, Jupp Heynckes. He too has a full complement to choose from. Schweinsteiger still recovering from injuries on the bench. Neuer keeps goal. Lahm, Boateng, Badstuber, Alaba the back four. Kroos and Luis Gustavo the holding players. Across midfield, Robben, Müller and Ribéry. And up front, the league's leading goal scorer, Mario Gomez. On the bench for both sides, plenty of experience. Lucas Barrios, the Argentinian striker. Sven Bender for Dortmund. For Bayern Munich, Bastian Schweinsteiger, not quite recovered, and that is why he is on the bench. I do feel, though, that we will see Schweinsteiger, one of the most important players, not only for Bayern, but also for Joachim Löw's German national side, in action later. The atmosphere is indescribable. Tension in the air. Plenty of smiles around the Signal Iduna Park, though. You could not get a ticket for this one for love nor money. Not even selling your granny into slavery. Believe it or not, the Dortmund club received just under 500,000 requests for tickets for this one. The stadium is the biggest in Germany, 80,720 seats, every single one of them taken. Dortmund and Munich, clearly the two top sides in the Bundesliga at the moment. A position reflected not only by a look at the table. Dortmund lead by 3 points over Bayern, but Bayern have a goal difference that is 6 goals superior. Bottom line, should Bayern win tonight, they will draw level on points with Dortmund, but their superior goal difference will see them take over top slot. After tonight, just 4 games to go. Dortmund play Schalke, their bitter rivals. They entertain Gladbach, travel to Kaiserslautern, and then host Freiburg. Bayern entertain Mainz, travel to Bremen, host Stuttgart, and then for the final game they're in Cologne. Smiles really all around Jurgen Klopp, the Dortmund coach. He was in fine form at the press conference earlier today. But there again, Jurgen Klopp never short of a word to say. For those of you who like statistics, Dortmund have won the last 3 encounters against Bayern. In the league, they did the double over them last season, and looking to do it again. Now, that is Uli Hoeneß on the right, the president of Bayern, the gentleman in the raincoat, the famous Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, one of Germany's greatest ever strikers. We'll be focusing on them, I'm certain, during the course of the match. The conditions, we've had a lot of cloud around today. It hasn't rained, fortunately, and the pitch in immaculate condition. Temperatures, it's got a little warmer. We had very cold weather for Easter. Temperatures round about 13, 14 degrees, so it could not be better for an entertaining game of soccer. Our referee, big, tall and powerful, 43-year-old mechanical engineer from Rottenburg in Baden-Württemberg, Knut Kircher. Of course, the toss will be so important. Dortmund love to attack the yellow wall. That's the part of the stadium with 24,500 fans all standing. Dortmund love them to be spurring them on in the second half. A big contingent of Bayern fans, and there's Knut Kircher, 1.96 m he stands, 93 kilos, not the sort of person you want to mix with. On the left, his assistant is Robert Kempter, on the right it's Stefan Lupp. The skippers Philipp Lahm, Sebastian Kehl. And it looks like Bayern won the toss. This is Knut Kircher's 177th Bundesliga appointment. He's been on the FIFA list since 2004. He's done 11 internationals, 24 European Cup games, and he got the German Cup final in 2008. One of not only Germany, but also UEFA's most experienced referees. Arjen Robben in our picture. Much expected of him, as there is from Shinji Kagawa. And, of course, all eyes on Mario Gomez. Behind Ilkay Gundogan, and that's Robert Lewandowski. 19 goals for him this season. For Mario Gomez of Bayern Munich, 25. Two of the deadliest strikers in German football. Dortmund in their traditional yellow and black strip, getting the game underway, playing from left to right in your picture. How much of a role will nerves play in these opening minutes? Franck Ribéry. Not exactly on the Dortmund fans' Christmas card list, as you can hear. I can imagine that one or two of the Bayern players will be getting a very rough ride from the Dortmund fans. Toni Kroos with the free kick. Good one it is! Plucked out of the air by Roman Weidenfeller. One young but extremely famous face was in training, in full training with Dortmund this week, that of Mario Götze, a 19-year-old superstar who's been out for many weeks now. But Jurgen Klopp, the coach of Dortmund, deciding it was perhaps a little too early after such a lengthy absence to bring Götze back, especially against such formidable opposition as Bayern Munich in a game of such tremendous importance. That's a beautiful ball. The ball flicked goalwards. Oh, that was a chance, and it was a great chance. Cuba, Jakub Błaszczykowski, to give him his full name. I think just a little too hurried with his finish. He didn't have any support. He could perhaps have taken that ball round Manu Neuer. But the Bayern central defence was caught fast asleep, and critics point out that if there is a weakness in this Bayern side, it is in central defence. That will not have escaped the attention of Jurgen Klopp. Arjen Robben being given the bird by the Dortmund fans. Good throw though to Gomez, keeps it in play and wins a corner kick. That was actually Thomas Müller keeping the ball in play and winning the corner kick. Robbins, left-footed in-swinger, too close to Roman Weidenfeller. Good defensive header by Alaba. Kale. Gundogan, super ball. Oh, excellent defence again from young David Alaba, the Austrian international. He really has established himself in this Bayern side. And left-back is not Alaba's position, not his standard position anyway. Foul by Cuba, a little over-enthusiastic. Philipp Lahm. This is Alaba. Bart Stuber to his captain, not only in the Bayern side but also in the German national team. Kroos. Ribéry. Alaba. Kroos. Subotic just manages to get something on it, otherwise Mario Gomez would have been away. Boateng back to Manuel Neuer, and of course Neuer gets the bird because before joining Bayern Munich at the start of this season, he was an absolute dyed-in Royal Blue member of the Schalke outfit. Schalke, whom Dortmund play at the weekend, the club's bitterest rivals. If you played for Schalke, you don't need to show your face in Dortmund, but I must say, it works the other way around as well. Flick from Grosskreutz, Kagawa shields the ball neatly to find Cuba. Lukas Piszczek to Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan preferred to Sven Bender for this one. Cuba. Oh, what a ball from Kagawa. Kagawa again. Oh, what a save by Neuer. World class phenomenal Lewandowski, and Neuer there again. What drama, 5 minutes played, and already the two sides have shown quite clearly what their intentions are. No way is either side going for a draw, going for 1 point. Bayern want that top spot. And look at the save from Neuer, from Kevin Grosskreutz. Then Lewandowski brings it down and turns on a sixpence, which our producer decided not to show us again in this slow motion. But wonderful goalkeeping from Manuel Neuer. Piszczek putting his goalkeeper under unnecessary pressure. Philipp Lahm. Well, I think Robin and Ribéry are going to get the vocal treatment all night from the Dortmund fans. Well, that's a fantastic pass. Alaba. Alaba once again. Robin hooks it to nobody in particular. That's the position he normally occupies on the right flank. That's Luis Gustavo. Once again the same. Grosskreutz, he thought that was in the back of the net. He played it superbly against the way the goalkeeper was moving, but Neuer still managed to stick out a leg to keep the ball out of his net. Mats Hummels. Lewandowski. Excellent work. Schmelzer. Grosskreutz in the middle. And a good block from Philipp Lahm. Hummels once again. Schmelzer. Cleared by Boateng. Gomez can't control it. Earns a little derision from the crowd for his lack of skill. Luis Gustavo to Holger Badstuber to Franck Ribéry. Alaba. Excellent footwork. David Alaba doesn't even turn 20 until this summer. He really does have a glorious future ahead of him. Alaba once again, already played 17 times for Austria. Nothing wrong with that. Badstuber going for the ball. Kagawa never moved. Excellent header. Neven Subotic. Gundogan. Piszczek. A bit of a lackadaisical ball inside from the Polish international. Incidentally, 3 members of the Dortmund side will be in the Polish team at the forthcoming European Championships in Poland and the Ukraine this summer. Piszczek, Lewandowski and Cuba. Jakub Błaszczykowski, is actually the captain of the Polish national side. I mentioned earlier that these two sides, not only through their league position, are the best two teams in Germany. That's also reflected in the pairing for the German Cup final, which brings the season to a close. The last league games are on May the 5th. A week later, the cup final takes place in Berlin, and it will be contested, you've got it, by Dortmund and Bayern Munich. Kroos. Ribéry. And still the jeers persist. Lahm to Kroos. Ribéry free on the right now. Melton was sucked into the middle. And a crescendo of boos for the Dutch international. Lahm just lost his footing. That's a good tackle from Luis Gustavo on Shinji Kagawa. Ribéry! Oh, brilliantly brought down by Robert Lewandowski. He only got into the side because Lucas Barrios came back from the South America Championships in the summer, the European summer, with a serious injury. Kept Barrios sidelined for several weeks, and Lewandowski certainly seized his chance. And now it looks like Barrios will be on his way. He's tired of spending most of the time on the bench, but there's no way that Jurgen Klopp is going to take Robert Lewandowski out of this side. 19 goals, they speak for themselves. Barrios has only started twice this season. He's been brought on 16 times, but it's always been Lewandowski who's been the #1 striker. Dortmund's unbeaten run continues. 23 games since they last lost, and that is a new club record. Schmelzer needs support, finds it in the form of Gundogan. Looking for Piszczek. Cuba to Piszczek. Great ball. And well covered by Holger Bartstuber. That 23-game run for Dortmund consists of 18 wins and 5 draws. One of those 5 draws was the last time they played here. 4-4 against Stuttgart. What a game that was. One of the greatest, not only of this season, but of recent years in the Bundesliga. Loose pass from Kagawa. He's not quite made his mark on the game yet. 30 minutes played, still no score, but action galore. Boateng. That man Alaba once again, but that was a loose pass, easily picked up by Hummels, who feeds Gundogan. Bayern Munich were in action at the weekend. It was one of our commentary games, you may have seen it. They beat lowly Augsburg, but only by 2-1, which after the recent goal festivals we've seen from Bayern in the league at home, was quite a meagre result for them. Well taken by Robin. That was difficult. That was thigh high, and he's brought down. Grosskreutz reckons it was a dive. Diving something that Ian Robin, it's not unfair to say, has got quite accustomed to in his career. Bayern Munich this season are going for the treble here in Germany. It's something that no German side has ever done before. There's the Holy Trinity for Bayern. Club president and the soccer department president. That's what Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is. Looking at Brian's attempt on the treble, the final of the Champions League this season is in Munich in the Allianz Arena. So Bayern would love to contest it in front of their own fans. The only club standing between them doing that is Real Madrid, but that is some obstacle that Bayern will have to overcome in the semi-final. And what could have been better for them is the fact that they have to play the first leg of that semi at home. That's good work by Gomez. So Bayern, one leg away from contesting the Champions League. They're already in the cup final, as I told you, against Dortmund. And they are second in the league. So that treble is already tantalizingly within reach. Nevertheless, the closer we get to the end of the season, the higher the hurdles. Not only with regard to the opposition, but of course with regard to tiredness, the end of a long season, massive number of games, and of course the pressure on the players as the heady heights of success get so near. Gundogan, Subotic, a little bit of pace gone out of the Dortmund attack over the last few minutes. Alaba forced to play safe. Subotic. Referee. Well, that was offside. Lewandowski was falling back from an offside position when the ball's played. Ooh, I don't know about that. That was a little bit marginal, wasn't it? Compared with the opposition, Dortmund have had a bit of an easier ride with regard to their programme. They qualified for the Champions League as German champions, but their campaign was an absolute disaster. They finished bottom of their group, so that meant they didn't even qualify for the Europa League. Fair challenge from Boateng. That's not a good clearance. Little bit scrappy in midfield from two class outfits. Jurgen Klopp, the Dortmund coach, he put that very, very poor Champions League performance, just one win in 6 games in the group phase, down to a lack of experience. Learning curve is what he said. Well, we'll find out next season just how much Dortmund learnt through their campaign in the Champions League this season. Great work by Ilkay Gundogan as Cuba to Gundogan. Misunderstanding between the two Polish internationals. Good. And Hummels and Subotic getting in each other's way. They have played so many games together, the central defenders for Dortmund. I can only put it down to nerves, to pressure. Ribéry. Lahm. Luis Gustavo to Müller, out to Robben. Well, that's a foul by Robben. That could be a card even. That was a cynical challenge. What's the referee going to do? Well, he's having a firm word with Robben. And I think, along with the Dortmund fans, that was so cynical. Could have merited a yellow card. Cahill was away. Neat flick to Lewandowski, but the tall and indeed extremely muscular figure of Manuel Neuer out of his line, off his line very quickly. Cuba. It's Gundogan. Bayern defending very astutely in midfield. Kagawa has been almost the invisible man. We had that great attack when Grosskreutz brought the best out of Manu Neuer. That was prompted by Kagawa, but since then the Japanese international has had a very mediocre game. And there is no Mario Götze on the bench. Maybe we'll see Götze at the weekend in the highly important derby against Schalke. Gomez clearly offside. And that will be a tough game for Dortmund because Schalke are having a great season. They are in 3rd place, and that is a direct qualifying spot for the Champions League. Next season, remember, Germany get one of Italy's places in the Champions League, so that means Spain, England and Germany will have 4 sides qualifying for the Champions League, 3 going straight into the group phase, the fourth place side in the league, having to contest the qualifying round for the Champions League. Midway through an exciting first half, chances few and far between, nothing really to trouble Roman Weidenfeller, although Manu Neuer has been in action for Bayern Munich. Gustavo now been spoken to by the referee. That was a crunching challenge on Shinji Kagawa. Dortmund recently played in Augsburg, also one of our commentary games, and Augsburg's Hajime Hosogai, a member of the Japanese national side, like Kagawa, was marking Kagawa. They had man marking. He gave Kagawa a very rough ride at the start of the game, and I'm afraid we didn't see Shinji Kagawa for the rest of the match. One wonders whether Luis Gustavo has been thinking along the same lines as Hajime Hosogai. So far, Kagawa certainly a bland figure. There he goes now. Is he going to prove me wrong? Kagawa thumps it straight into Boateng. He had support. He had lots of support on the right. Ribéry. Müller. Alaba has got superb control. That was, again, a lovely cameo display of what the left-back is capable of. Robben, misunderstanding. Mats Hummels, born and bred a Bavarian, playing against the side from the Bavarian capital. He was actually born in Munich as well. Lewandowski, Cuba, Gundogan. Not much seen of Kevin Grosskreutz either, but there's plenty of quality even without Mario Gomez on the bench for Dortmund. Ivan Perisic, Boris Leitner, Sven Bender, all can play in midfield. That was a good challenge by Grosskreutz. Kagawa. Clever defence though so far by Bayern. It's when Dortmund up the pace that they look most dangerous. Hummels going on his own. Gundogan rushing things. He's been in great form. He couldn't make a first-team spot on a regular basis. But that's Mario Götze, by the way, the young lad with the cap on. And next to him is Mohamed Zidane, who was with Dortmund, but went to Mainz and has since scored 7 goals since January. Hummels. Lewandowski brings the ball down. with consummate ease. Subotic looking for Lewandowski, well spotted by Boateng, tall figure. Well, Hummels again. Kroos leaving his leg out, being spoken to by the referee. Knut Kircher has great body language. First of all, he's a big man, so that impresses the players anyway, but handles games very, very cool. He's a popular official, he's tonight's referee. İlkay Gündoğan. Gündoğan grew up not far from Dortmund. He came here from Nuremberg. But almost a local lad. Ja, jede Zeit, du kannst mal reinkommen und dann gucken wir. Gustavo. Gündoğan, oh, that's not a good pass. Fine tackle from Kroos, he's got Müller on the left, goes for goal himself. Oh, tremendous shot. That one just curling outside the left-hand post of Roman Weidenfeller's goal. Beautifully struck. Half an hour played, and still we wait for the first goal. Ribéry. Interception by Hummels. Well, now that is a great ball. Lewandowski needs support. Cuba's inside him. Gross-Kreuz on the far side. Kevin Gross-Kreuz. Mats Hummels, the ball bounced behind him. But an offside decision given by the referee's assistant, Mr. Robert Kempter. Hummels was offside after the ball was played by Kevin Gross-Kreuz. But Dortmund always look threatening when they up the pace. Bayern, of course, know this, and they will try to take the pace out of the game. They're a side that likes to retain possession. They have no problem with putting 25 passes together. Not so Dortmund. Kroos. He's had a good game so far, Toni Kroos. Not exactly the sort of player who likes to mix it, shall we say, to get involved in heavy traffic. Well, he's certainly done that this evening. Well, that, in the end, turned out to be a dangerous corner. It wasn't particularly well struck by Kroos. Piszczek hacking it just anywhere, and it ends up as a great pass out to Cuba. Cuba takes on Alaba. But the young man has got such quick feet, so difficult to get round. Alaba came to Bayern as a midfield player, and Bayern's only problem this season has been at left back. That is why at the start of the season, after Rafinha had come from Italian side Genoa to play right back, Rafinha, the old Schalke fullback, Lahm moved over to left back, but Rafinha didn't exactly come up to scratch. So Lahm has moved to right back, and the left back position was vacant. Several players were tried. Diego Contento, and that's a mistake. Not the most powerful shot, was it, from Cuba? Bayern could have been in trouble in that situation. So just to finish off what I was saying about the left-back position, so Lahm moved over to right-back, Contento was tried. Not a bad player, but not the international class that Bayern expect, and they gave David Alaba a run out in the position. Well, he's been an absolute revelation at left back. Excellent play by Bachstuber. Alaba leaves it for Ribéry. Luis Gustavo to Philipp Lahm. Nothing to choose between the two sides so far. More action in the Bayern penalty area. Roman Weidenfeller was really only tested with that shot from Toni Kroos that missed his post by a couple of centimetres. A weak shot from Ribéry. Prior to tonight's game, Bayern had chalked up 9 wins on the trot in all competitions, League, Cup and Champions League. And the quarter-final, it was a pretty easy ride for Bayern. They disposed of Olympique de Marseille, twice winning by the scoreline of 2-0. And neither game extended Germany's record champions. 10 minutes to go. Still Dortmund 0, Bayern 0. Tonight's game, by the way, is going out to 200 countries. In fact, there are only, and this is what it was stated in the local press today, there are only 8 members of FIFA who are not taking tonight's game. An indication of just how popular the Bundesliga has become. Jupp Heynckes, the Bayern coach, 67 years of age, but still one of the most knowledgeable figures in the game. Did a great job in Leverkusen. When he left them at the end of last season, Leverkusen were runners-up in the league. To Dortmund, Bayern finished 3rd. Kagawa. And Piszczek wins a corner. Cuba. It's a good cross. Oh, gets the post! It's Gundogan, Kagawa! The aluminium saving Bayern on 37 minutes. And it looks like Luis Gustavo is in some trouble. It was a peach of a cross from Cuba. The header from Lewandowski. And Gustavo looks to be in a great deal of difficulty. Raised his arm, he needs help. And there's the header against the post from Lewandowski. Neuer was beaten. A beautiful effort from the Polish international. And that's the reaction from Jurgen Klopp. Luis Gustavo, him with the purple boots on, he's back on his feet. The referee wants attention given to him outside the playing area. And it's Bastian Schweinsteiger with the jacket on and holding the ball. He might be needed, certainly, if it's a problem with Gustavo. I've always felt that we might see Schweinsteiger at some stage, and he's already getting stripped off. Should Gustavo be unable to continue and Schweinsteiger come on, it would be an absolutely exact 1-for-1, because Gustavo is only playing in the holding role because of the question mark over Schweinsteiger's ability to last for the full 90 minutes. Hummels to Subotic. Schmelzer making the run down the left to Grosskreutz. Well, there was nothing in that. It wasn't really a dive from Grosskreutz. I don't know why Boateng is getting so excited. Once again, there's absolutely nothing. Just a little use of the arm. And Boateng taking umbrage. Knut Kircher, the ref, quick to step in. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Are we going to see a goal before the interval? Good work by Kale. That was a loose pass from Grosskreutz. Gustavo seems to be okay again. Oh, well read by Mats Hummels, but poorly laid off by Kagawa. He still hasn't signed an extension to his contract. It's amazing when you think that Dortmund paid a paltry 350,000 euros to Cerezo Osaka a season and a half ago, nearly 2 seasons ago now, for Kagawa. And if you go into the right pages on the internet where the value of players is laid down, you'll find that Kagawa is quoted at 17 million euros. So with his market value having increased unbelievably, it's probably understandable that Kagawa's agent would like a slight rise in salary. David Alaba. Cuba. Safely back to Neuer. He's really fitted into central defence as Boateng. He didn't always have a regular position until Daniel van Buiten broke a bone in his foot. Boateng, of course, returned to the Bundesliga. He made his name in the Bundesliga with Hamburg, but then went to Manchester City. Wasn't too happy in England, couldn't always get a game in central defence. He was played at right back a lot of the time. The clearance going straight to Müller. This is Arjen Robben. Müller to Robben. And the long leg of Neven Subotic, clearing the ball for a corner. Joachim Löw in the centre of your picture, the German national team coach. Next to him, the gentleman with the grey hairs, Reinhard Raubau, president of Dortmund and president of the German Football League. Lahm, headed up by Subotic. He's kept a very close watch on Mario Gomez so far this evening, has Neven Subotic. Less than 2 minutes to go. We might get a minute added on. There was a bit of time lost for the attention to Luis Gustavo, but that's not certain. That is all in the hands of our fourth official this evening, Mr. Volker Witzel. Little to choose between the two sides. Certainly, optically, Bayern have had as much of the game as Dortmund, but I think it's safe to say that the chances we've seen were created by the home side, especially the header against the post by Robert Lewandowski a few moments ago. Kagawa. Fair challenge, given a rough ride, the Japanese, by Luis Gustavo. Half a minute to go, no indication yet of any time to be added on. Oh, Grosskreutz really getting annoyed. He reckons Arjen Robben was milking that challenge for all he could. The referee is unimpressed. Robben holds his ankle, grimaces in, well, alleged pain. The challenge was from Kale, but I must say the referee has had a fine game tonight. The 45 minutes are up. Alaba retains possession. And that is the end of the entertainment in the first half. Dortmund and Bayern, no goals so far, but Lewandowski in your picture there came so close. Bayern's really only threatening attack saw a Toni Kroos shot curl wide of Roman Weidenfeller's goal, but the chances, maybe 3 of them created by Dortmund, could have produced a goal. At the moment, though, I would say that the goalless scoreline reflects how the game has gone so far. It could well be that 1 goal could settle this one. We can't wait for more entertainment in the second half. Join me, Alan Fountain, again after the break.